Ready?
Good.
All right, hey everybody. We're gonna do a quick tutorial on how to set up these new bikes so that you can feel confident getting riders set up over the next days and weeks as they get used to these. So the setup and the ride should feel the same as it did on our Schwinn bikes. And this one's actually already set up for my standards, so I'll show you what it looks like when I'm riding. I don't have spin shoes on, I'm just gonna use the sneaker cages for now. But you want a 90% extension in that leg, so you don't want your leg fully locked out, but you don't want a deep bend in the knee either. So when you're at the bottom of your pedal stroke, you want like a 90% extension. And then you want the hands to be able to rest comfortably in position 1. You should be able to reach to position 3, but ultimately this is a comfortability thing and riders can adjust the handlebars forward and back based on what they like. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how to set up a rider with all new settings over here. So first thing, just like we did before, is the height of the seat. And just like we did before, I think the best tip is to tell people to bring your knee up to 90 degrees so that your thigh is parallel with the floor. And once they're there, you want the seat to be up at that exact level. So the top of the seat should match the top of your thigh. So I need to raise this seat up a little bit. And Andy, if you come close, this mechanism is what allows you to raise the seat. You do not touch this little knob, that stays there. But you pull this out to unlock, and then you can raise and lower. And my setting to get where I want it to be is a 7.5. And you can see my thigh is right in line with the top of the seat. And once it's at that correct setting, this will go into place, but it's not done until you lock it. And you push this in, boom. Wait, did that go in? Of course, fail, there it is. So you gotta give it a little bit of force, but now it's not wiggling at all. And then again, you unlock it, pull it out, you can slide up and down, you put it into place, and then you push in until it locks.
Yeah.
And then it's in place. Okay, now, let me catch my breath. Seat forward and back. Just like we did in our previous setup with riders, it's based on the height of the rider. So your thresholds are gonna be 5'3" and shorter. You want that seat all the way forward. And the seat control is this twist knob right here. Boom, boom, boom. There's not 3 settings, you can be anywhere in here, but for our sake, we're gonna call all the way forward, pressed all the way up here against it, 5'3" and shorter. If they're 5'3" to 5'8", you're gonna put them at neutral, so it's 0, and tighten it all the way up. If they're taller than 5'8", you're gonna slide it all the way back, tighten it. And that's all you have to worry about for the seat. I am 5'8", so I'm gonna ride at neutral. Tighten. Okay, moving on, handlebars. Handlebars, like we talked about before, forward and back is a comfortability thing. It's like a preference, but we're gonna start all of our riders at neutral. So just up here, just like on the seat, you control this forward and back by spinning out, sliding forward and back. And we're gonna start everybody and every bike at neutral, and if they want to adjust from there, they can. If they like to reach further while they ride, or if they like to sit up a little taller, they can adjust accordingly. Okay, then the last piece is the handlebar height, and that is similar to the bike height, the same mechanism. There's numbers along the side, and our default on here is gonna be 3, but it goes all the way up to 5, or all the way down to 0. But we're gonna start all our bikes at a 3. That'll be where we leave them between classes. And to lock it into place, you push that in and it doesn't wiggle. No more wobbly handlebars, that will not happen anymore. And again, you don't touch this. You pull it out to move it, it'll fall into place at the right setting, and then press it in to lock it. And then one last thing about this bike, I told you in the email, this little knob right here is a sprint shifter, and it moves over 3 settings. 1, 2, 3. if you ever see a bike like this, move it back like that. We're gonna instruct our riders not to use this. We want it all the way to the left. So desk staff, when you're going through cleaning the bikes and getting it ready for the next class, make sure the handlebars are at neutral, front and back. Make sure the height of the handlebars is at a 3, and make sure the sprint shifter is turned to the left. And that's how we will reset for all of our classes. Pedals are the same. Bike is beautiful. We've got Chase the Beat on one side and the handlebar on the other side. So 440, starting at 440 today, you guys will be riding these babies. Have fun.